Before we jump into what's new in Warframe for the week commencing 16th of May 2022, I would just like to take a reminder that on May the 18th at 2 PM ET, the Gift of the Lotus alerts will end. That is the alerts for the Umbra forma, the 2 Arcane Catalysts, and the 2 Arcane Reactors. Yes, I'm aware this goes forma, reactor, catalyst, but I use catalysts more than reactors, as everybody basically does. So getting in now before they are gone is going to be worth it, because 2 catalysts, 2 reactors, and an Umbra forma. The Umbra forma alone is worth getting in and doing that alert, if you haven't already. So jumping straight into it with Nightwave and the Elite Acts, win 3 wagers in a round of the Index without letting the enemy score 1 point. So kind of setting a team up for that is slightly important, but you can do it in an open lobby. Just make sure somebody's defending. It's actually fairly easy enough to do. And kill 1,000 enemies on the steel path. Kind of wish this was here last week. Would have been able to do that, apart from that one mission that my weapons just weren't working for some reason. Normal acts, complete 1 mission with only a pistol and a glaive equipped. That's a single pistol, so you are basically pistol in one hand, glaive in the other. Polarize anything outside of the simulacrum. Plunder one of Alad V's secret laboratories on Jupiter. I need to find I think there's 2 that I'm missing at the minute. Catch 6 rare fish on the plains of Eidolon, and complete 6 perfect animal captures in the Orb Valis. All in all, actually, pretty easy, though I wish the Orb Valis was actually the plains, because I do prefer doing that on the plains than there. These are dailies, don't really mean that much. Then obviously for offerings there is, I'm just going to put it as the usual, different helmet, but no Gaia helmet. There is, of course, the Gor's Mag helmet. That thing was so annoying to get it to spawn. And finally, no Caliban helmet, though I do like Korra's. And there is the key to enter Nihil's Orb Elite to take on Nihil and get a hold of the Vitrica, which is pretty handy. The only thing that has me worried is it still says I don't have one, but I didn't use it. Auras, Rifle Scavenger can be useful, Physique can be more useful, Sprint Boost. Depends what frame you're using. I can think of a frame that would go really well on. And Speed Holster. Out of all of them, I think Physique is probably the most useful. Depends what rifle you are running. No real standy out aura this week. The Karak Desert Camo skin blueprint is here, as is the Fragor. Never mind. The Emissary ornament, landing craft decoration. There is the Plasma sword. This is the blueprint to build the actual melee weapon. Still wish they would, since it's a one-handed sword, do a dual wielding version of this. Would actually look pretty nice. More importantly, the Wolf Beacon. This is important because it's the only way to get the parts to build the wolf sledge, is to get one of these, summon the wolf, take him out, and hope he drops a part for it. You can have many, you can only use 1 per mission. There is the Plinks shock camo skin, the Falcor shock camo skin, augments, power of 3 quiver augment, double tap 20%, bonus damage on next shot for 2 seconds, stacks up to 20 times outside of Conclave for Latron, and Singularity. I still need to try that one for Nyx. Heading over to Teshin's Steel Path Honor Store, see what he has there, because he should look like this. But he's definitely been hitting the vape too much. There is the Rifle Riven Mod. So this week it is the Rifle Riven Mod. I still think 75 Steel Essence is a bit much, but with a Veiled Riven Siphon on top, if that was 50, with that on top it would be 70. That would make worth picking these up. But at 75 Steel Essence, yeah, they talked about reworking this, adding new things to it, and then the melee weapon that's supposed to be in here wasn't added. So the only useful thing in here is 1 item every 8 weeks, and the Arcane Adapters. Or, I guess, 10,000 Kuva, because you can get that in basically 1 mission. The Aura Formas are in here, and still no new inaction glyphs. The new inaction glyphs, like the Ureli inaction glyph, just Well, you can't get them yet because they haven't added them in here where they kind of really need to be. If you have Helminth's invigoration segment, of course it is time to come down and have a look at what is here, because these have also reset. And to be fair, there has been a few decent ones in this that have popped up recently that I would really like to use. Melee crit chance. I can think of a melee weapon that would go really good on that they released recently that I kind of need to re-equip and, let's just say, finish using. But you can only really use that on the frame you have equipped, because technically you can, even though it says it's for Saren, and it may be a different frame and a different ability. Yeah, every 10th invigoration causes it to mutate, meaning that you can put it onto the frame you have equipped. So putting that on Gaia would be great. Primary crit chance, insanely useful. Secondary crit chance, I mean, come on. Some of these are actually really, really useful. I need to get that 10th invigoration ready, but to be brutally honest, I keep forgetting about this entire thing until you have to feed Helminth, and then I will come down and do one. Otherwise, I'm just not using it anymore. And with that, we'll leave this off here. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.